Hey everybody, what is going on? Back in the bush, hanging with the Nugget, doing Nugget stuff, doing bush stuff. Easy dinner tonight, bottle of lasagna, and instead of lighting the oven over there, we just got the barbecue going out back. I flashed it up, got some garlic bread here we're going to throw on, and lasagna and garlic bread and a salad. At least part of it's going to be healthy anyway. Nice to have you guys back. Hope you had a good week and all that stuff. Was raining earlier. It's dried up right now. It is November 1st. It's 15 degrees. 60? Beautiful. Beautiful temps. It's going to drop off a little chillier tomorrow. Won't be quite as nice, but it's not too bad out there today. Had a bit of rain earlier. Desperately needed, but the garden is pretty well done out front. Winter's on the way. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Yeah, we decided to take the easy way out tonight. Get the old barbecue going up back here. Stuff's looking pretty good, actually. Garlic bread's starting to look decent. Cheese is melting on top, and then the lasagna is in there. So it's really good lasagna. Really good. Bought it at Costco, actually. Wow, quite impressed how good that bread come out on the barbecue. Ain't that nice? Up on the top shelf, not even 10 minutes. Kind of butchered mine getting out of the pan, but it's a really good lasagna. They make a really good meat sauce. I think it's got a sweet, spicy. It's even got a bit of cinnamon in it when they make it. And anybody that knows East Coast or whatever, Vito's is what the name used to be. Vito's Restaurant, say, at a chain. And I think they're selling some of them off now, and this is basically branded under the Vito's Restaurant. So it's really good stuff with Vito's spaghetti sauce. Well, it is Saturday afternoon. 7 degrees. So what's that, 45, something like that. Fun and games are over here for the summer. It's going to be nice next week, though. Wednesday, they're saying it's going to be a really mild day. Anyways, I moved the bird feeders. Just doing little stuff around here today. I had them hanging on chains here that used to be for a swing I had out here. And I moved them back a bit so we don't hit our heads on them. I've set it for the last couple weeks, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it, as I'm going to do some dinner rolls up, and I'm going to get my little wood-fired oven again here going, my little pizza oven, and I'm going to try to bake rolls in my wood-fired pizza oven. So I got to go in and get a dough mix done up, I guess, first, and get that rising and all that. Cindy's actually doing a pot roast, and she's going to do that in the Dutch oven on the propane stove. So anyways, we'll head inside here and see what's going on. Anyway, I got to get the ingredients out and get started at my dough, I guess, to make up my dinner rolls here. Going to be neat to see how they come out in that wood-fired oven. I'm hoping pretty good. So anyways, what I got going on here, because I made this bread recipe before, somebody asked me what the recipe was. It's a pretty simple one. It's a single loaf recipe I got off Google. So right now I have 2 tablespoons of butter already in here. I've got 2 teaspoons of sugar, and I've got a 3/4 teaspoon of salt. I've got a 1.25 cups of warm water, which I'm going to mix into this and basically get this butter to melt and mix it in. And then I got to put a tablespoon of flour and yeast in it. Stir it up, let it sit for a minute. I got to get this to melt first. Alrighty, I am going to add, they say, a tablespoon of flour and 1 tablespoon of yeast. So we've got some quick rise yeast there, and this is just an all-purpose flour. A tablespoon, a little more here. There you go. Sure, Sparky measurements. And I'll listen over here now. The peanut gallery's on the side here. And we have to take a tablespoon of yeast. Now this works. A little more. There we go. That should do. A pinch, a dash, and a dollop, right? Anyways, gonna mix this in. They say to let it sit for a couple minutes and see if it bubbles, but it pretty well should. It's brand new yeast we just bought, so mix her up. Cooking with Sparky. Fred's upstairs snoring. You hear the cat snoring up there. There you go, get that yeast all stirred in there good. And I'm not going to wait, I'm just going to pound the flour to it like they tell me to. So I am supposed to add 3 1/4 cups of flour. Yeah, wait 5 minutes to the yeast bubble. Yeah, not worrying about it. So yeah, we need to put in 3 1/4 cups of flour. Right, yeah, 3 1/4. That's a 1 cup. 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna say that's a 1/4. Looks good to me, guys. Stir it up. Done deal. Alright, time to stir this mess up and see what kind of mess I made here. We can get her all to blend in. Yep. Cooking with Sparky. Boys, that seems awful dry. No, once it goes into it though, I guess. Hard to tell, eh? No, there she goes. All you cooks and pastry chefs out there sitting there giggling and laughing at me right now, sorry. Because you want to know the truth? I can also fix your chainsaw. Denny, like last time I said that, figured I put it out there again. Bet you they can't all do that for you. Anyway, Cindy giggling over here. Seriously, I can bake you buns. Probably paint your car too if I had to. After I do the body work on it. Anyways, gonna go wash my hands right back. Would you look at that? Nice clean hands. I love getting right into her here, making a total mess of it, so might as well. That's the way I need my bread. Yes, sir. I'm gonna need just a touch of flour. You couldn't grab me the flour there, my wonderful assistant Cindy, because this is a tiny bit sticky right now. I'm sure there's a way, better way of doing this. It works for me. Works for me. Oh boy, she's getting sticky. There we go. There we go. Okay. Some of this off. Huh?
On top?
No, let me get this in first. Oh boy. Okay, now you're gonna have to pour it on. I can't put my hands in the bag and everything. What a mess. What a mess. Alright, crisis averted. I got it rolled into a nice little ball here now. Put a little more flour in it. Now we gotta let it sit and rise. There, that's not bad. Wow. That was fun. Well, again, after that, it pretty well proves why I do small engine repair and not choose to bake and cook a whole lot. So, anyways, I'm going to cover up my disaster ball of whatever over here. And we're going to let it sit for a bit, and hopefully it's going to rise. There it is, sitting in the sun, all its glory. So, put a tea towel over it, and there she goes. Covered.
You got the dirtiest tea towel.
Dirtiest tea towel in the house, too. Better get a clean one, I guess. Just proves, eh? I'd much rather tune up your friggin' Stihl 026 and bake a dozen cookies. Like, what a mess. There's flour everywhere here. That was a disaster from hell. Cindy's still cleaning up the mess. Flour everywhere. Way to go, Sparkster. Oh, boy. All in a day's work. All in a day's work. So let's see what Cindy's got on the go in here. Doing up some spuds. She's got her roast in there already in the pot with onions and green pepper.
And spices.
Some spices in there. Smells really good already. And then she's going to do up some potatoes, chunk them up, and throw them in too. And hopefully Davy Dum Dum's rolls will be the, you know, the finishing thing for the meal. So, anyways, the dough ball, I guess you could call it, is starting to rise. Wow. Check this out. Been, what, half hour, 45 minutes with this stuff. Whew. She's rising right up. I'll probably let it sit about another 10 or 15, knock it down, make up the rolls, and then put them on a pan. So, just had a shower here, feeling friggin' awesome. That little pump thing, I don't know if anybody saw this in the last video. This one is not a sponsorship or anything, but it's a little, what a unit. What a friggin' unit. Little pump in the bucket here that's rechargeable. You turn it on, and there's a shower head in here. That bucket only holds... That little white bucket only holds 10 liters of water, and we both easily had a shower with that 10 liters of water. Had water left over, actually, so hard to believe. Eh? Man, nothing feels nicer than a nice clean shower. Holy crap, look at this. She's bulging right up. Look at that. Wow. It actually rose. Looking pretty good. Besides that, Cynthia, what do you think?
Yay.
Yay.
Look at this.
Now, well, check out the roast over here. Oh, that looks good too. Smells wicked, so probably time to throw the potatoes in, you figure?
No.
No, not yet. Well, it's up to me.
Okay.
I gotta knock this down now, the dough, and make it into a bunch of dinner rolls. Probably 8 or 10 rolls I'm gonna get out of this, so I'm gonna try not to make a total mess. I know I gotta put a little bit of flour on here, just so nothing sticks everywhere. And we're gonna try to get some dinner rolls made here. So let's see what we can do here, guys. Knock this stuff down first. That rose really well, eh? Wow. Yeah. That ever rise. Come on out, big fella. There we go. Got it right there. And I want to kind of roll it out, I think. Still knocking the ear out of it here. Roll it out here a bit. And I'm going to partition it. I was going to say portion it, I guess I wanted to say here. So here you go, great big sub roll. I need a knife, Cynthia, please. Thank you.
Will that work?
Oh yeah, anything will cut it. There you go, that's about half. So we do this in half like that, this in half like this, and half this, that, and that. Works good for me. One dinner roll. Move this over here. Roll these around here a little bit maybe. There we go, guys. Nice round little dinner roll. Not perfectly round, but we don't come from a perfect world, so. Roll number 2. This guy's just a bit bigger. Heat him up a little more here. It's kind of messed up. There we go. That's looking better. Probably gonna get 8, I'm thinking, out of this. Or no, that's what? Yeah, 4. Yeah, 8. 8 good dinner rolls. They say 8 to 12, depending how big you make them. So I'll make big ones. Perfect from far, far from perfect. There you go, guys. 8 dinner rolls. They're not all the same size. Some are a little smaller than others. Again, a chef I'm not. A baker I'm not. So anyway, I gotta head outside and get the oven fired up. Well, here we go, guys. Here we go. Charcoal chimney down here. We're gonna load this up. I've already put some newspaper in it. Lump charcoal, and it actually does work pretty good. And I shouldn't be putting my hands in it. It's going to get very black. Anybody ever used one of these with this chimney? This thing is crazy how fast and how hot this gets. So quite a unit, quite a friggin' unit. You guys just give this a minute and see what happens. Oops, a big piece. There. And I light it right up through the bottom because this is a cast iron table, nothing can burn. Just a bit of paper. There she goes. Easy peasy. Doesn't take long to take off and just start frying this charcoal. Pretty neat. Here, quite a unit. Just a ball of paper. You don't have to use any lighter fluid, any solvent, so you don't get any of that in your flavor in your food either. There we go. Hard to believe how hot this thing is already, man. This charcoal chimney. Anybody ever use one of these things? What a rig. Just snapping, popping, and crackling in there already. And all I did was one ball of newspaper in the bottom. So again, no lighter fluid at all. I have to let this charcoal turn red or whatever, excuse me, first. I've got a pan in here that I use over. It's just a tinfoil pan. So that's what the bed of coals is going to go in here in a few minutes. And then what I do is I throw some little pieces of wood in there to add to it. And because on the charcoal alone, you can't get it quite hot enough. Add a bit of wood to it, you can get temp right up there. So I'm going to have to be careful not to get it too hot is going to be the thing. And burn my rolls. Crazy, crazy, crazy hot right now this is. Look at the coals. Isn't that wild? Now I've got to get that in the oven. I need this. Goes in here. How cool is that? Look at that. Inside the bed of coals. We are sitting right now at not even 50 degrees, so, but it's hard to believe how fast. That's a full bed of coals right now that you can barbecue with, right? Close the door, let her heat up a little bit. And then I'll add some of these wood shorts in with the coals, and that'll get it really going in there. So that's gonna be neat. Try to bake in this thing. I've said a couple times I'm gonna try it. Well, we're gonna get baked. There you go, guys. Check that out. It's already about 375, and the only way I can keep the temp from getting any higher, I got to open the oven door, let a little bit of heat in and out of it. So I'm going to go get the rolls, which look pretty friggin' good inside. We're going to throw them in here. We're going to see how this does. That's got quite a heat going in there right now. Pretty neat, eh? Pretty neat. I'll go get the rolls. These rose quite nicely. Look at that. Dinner rolls ready to go in the oven. So let's take these bad boys out, Cynthia, and I'm going to see how I can do with them here. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
A little chilly.
We're going out. She finds it chilly. I find it beautiful, but I got a winter coat on. Or quite a warm coat. Anyways, let's throw these bad boys in the oven before the temp drops too low. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Look at that. They're in there. And it is 350 degrees right on the money right now. Look at that. A little bit blurry. 350. Excuse me. Probably going to take 350. Probably going to take me close to a half hour or so to do these. We'll keep an eye on them. This thing is working so good. This is not another plug for this oven. This is just, we're sitting at about 370, 380 right now, 370. And all I do, if it gets a little too hot, it hits 400, I just open the door up for a minute. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. We'll go for a little walk over to the brook here. It's super calm now. It's calming down. It is scary how low our water is. Eastern Canada, like probably right across the country. But even when we come over here, there's a big river system that we're on over here, a really big river. Well-known river, and it's low. So there's the brook. There's the park bench where I sit. Luckily, there's more water in here than you think would be right now. Luckily, we still have a little bit of water flow here. But even at the house, my well, I'm scared of the well because the well is even low. Been there 18 years, and I've never seen the water close to this low than it is this year. We've had a drought, and we've had just enough rain to keep the lawns going good. The garden was terribly dry out front here this year, but everything else kind of, lawns are at a peak right now. They're beautiful. The lawn is still green here. You can almost mow it again. So, but we're sitting just under 400. So this is perfect. This is perfect. These rolls are going to be good. Let's have a little peek and just see what they're looking like already. Oh, look at that. They're already getting fatter. Yes, sir. These are going to go some nice with a roast beef dinner, don't you think? You want to see this? I think we're 15 or 16 minutes in. Check these bad boys out. Look at that. They're not brown yet. These smoky rolls. Give them a nice flavor, probably. Bit of a smoky flavor. You guys got to see these. These are done. Huh? I turned it. I pulled the pan out to turn it around just so, because I thought it might be a little bit hotter at the back, which it was. Oh, these rolls are done. Check these bad boys out. These are going to be right good. Look at this. How nice is that? Isn't that crazy? How's that? You guys got to see these rolls. I put a tiny bit of butter on them. Isn't that crazy? This was the farther end in. This end was out by the door. These are a little bit softer, but I think they're all perfect. These ones they're not overdone, but what I should have done, and next time about halfway through, pull it and spin it and put it back in. But I mean, that's pretty successful, I would say, for the first time actually baking anything in a wood-fired oven. And here's the roast. Look at this. Cindy's got on the go over here, getting the roast beef and potatoes and all this ready in the plate. So we're going to sit down here and have a wonderful meal. There you go, everybody. It's on the plate. The dinner rolls come out. It looks to me to be perfect. A little bit black or a little bit brown underneath. Those ones are. These aren't bad at all. Dark on the bottom, but check this out. Look at that. Perfect. This is going to be really good. We'll talk to you guys a bit later. We don't film while we're eating, so. Well, there you go. That was quite a time lapse last night. The freaking stars out there, aren't they beautiful? Watching them twinkle as they go over. Pretty neat. Another weekend over. Sunday morning, Cindy and I got to get out of here. Got a bunch of stuff I got to do at the house here today. The next couple days, get stuff ready for winter because it's right around the corner. So, and I'm hoping this week we're going to get out in the mini cabin for a couple days. Maybe go out and do some colder weather camping with that thing now. So, every time we go on so far has been really, really warm. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the content as usual. Like and subscribe. Trying to build the channel up. I'm shooting for 10,000 subs here eventually. I'm getting close, and I'm hoping something clicks and the algorithm starts pushing the videos harder maybe after I get there. Probably just a pipe dream, but anyway. Anybody that views them, I still appreciate all the comments and all that. Nice to have you guys along for our little community here hanging out at the cabin. From Cynthia and I and the kitties and all that here at the camp, live simply, remain grateful, and we will talk to you soon.